The thing with the bad jokes is something in the channel called channel points, which has been added to Twitch. Back in October 2019, they started doing it as a beta, and for some reason, Gatorbox always qualifies for the beta stuff that Twitch does. I don't know why. I'm not a big channel. I actively shoot myself in the foot because I don't really participate in streaming culture and things of the sort. Maybe they appreciate my feedback on all this crap because I'm such an outlier that they're like, maybe I'm in, like, demographically in with a group of people who have, like, critical opinions of everything, and they're like, well, let's go see what these guys think about it. And I'm like, the default options suck. Do something about it. Demonic Void, you might be right. I've got a consistent stream running with a very long history of running them, and I tend to give them feedback. I do. On Twitch Sings, we did the beta for Twitch Sings. I had to apply for that, but they let us in for that. So we did we did that. So, you know, they rolled this out, and Twitch, the channel points is clearly meant to compete with Mixer, who has a thing that's called, like, Sparks or Shines or something like that. And it's a non-monetary form of insight currency that you can use to redeem for stuff on people's channels. So Twitch actually gives you some things to start with as a launch pad. There's 5 default rewards that you can get, and they are really skewed towards people who are not channel subscribers. So one of them is to unlock any emoticon of your choice. One of them is it just unlocks a random emoticon, which you're probably supposed to make that the cheaper option because it's a gamble, who knows. One of them is to highlight your message in chat, which just puts a background on your message, and if chat's moving really fast, no one's going to see it anyways. It doesn't matter. One of them is to modify an emote, which lets you put, like, sunglasses and, like, a little bow or something on one of the channel's emoticons, but if you don't have access to that emote, I don't think you can use that. And then finally, one of them is to send a message while the chat is in subscriber-only mode, which I never do, because chat moves slow enough that I can see what you wonderful people are saying. So Twitch really didn't give us a whole lot of options to start with. And it's really up to the streamer to come up with incentives of their own. So in our channel, if I pop open our little Cola Tabs menu, because that's what we named it, I got the joke one, literally nothing, which is literally nothing, you get nothing. We got the bad joke, which we open this bit with, which is 2323, and we'll read a joke. For Gator Unbox, for 9,000, we got the thing where we'll spin the wheel again, and I'll show you what's in one of the boxes without opening it, so you can kind of play along at home and map out what there is. Then we've got the VIP badge in chat, which you can just buy outright. And then we have the metagame called Grey Goo Pennies, which start the year out at 1 point, and every time they are redeemed, their value doubles. And to win the game, you have to be the person who owns that, who purchased it last when the calendar rolls over. So we've done quite a bit in terms of brainstorming and coming up with ideas on shit to use these damn channel points on, for better or worse. And I have y'all to thank for that, because really, just thinking on my own, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what the hell to do. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my god, I don't know what the hell to do. Because nothing pisses me off more than going into somebody's channel and they haven't named the channel points. You can give it a name. Ours is Cola Tabs, because gotta keep the sponsors happy. You can name it. You can give it its own icon. I went as far as to give it its own emoticon in chat. I didn't have to do that, but I did. And you can customize the icons and stuff for the rewards. A lot of people haven't even done that. They just turn it on and just leave it there. And I'm like, take some fucking pride in your channel. But anyways, getting back to the subject at hand, thinking up things to use these channel points on is very hard, because there's no money involved, so you don't want to over-incentivize it. And it's really kind of silly. And the reason why I've got my phone in my hand this whole time is because I've actually, I received an email from Twitch. And the email is 10 channel point rewards to try out today. And it's the screen's too bright, so it's, oh wait, hey, if I turn it that way. There we go. 10 channel points rewards to try out today. Okay, so these are official suggestions.
from Twitch on what incentives you can have your channel points on. This is an official email from Twitch. I'm gonna drive that point home because these suggestions are fucking dumb. So I'm not gonna put them in any particular order. I'm just going to read them as they list them in the chat. They say, in case you didn't know, you can set your own custom rewards to tailor the channel points experience to your community. Here are 10 of the best ones we've seen so far. Try them out on your channel, or use them as thought starters to come up with your own. So the first one, song request. They pick it, you play it.
A lot of that stuff will set off the content ID filter, so I'm assuming by song request they are referring to like streamers who play video game music, or maybe even people who play Twitch Sings, which in that case it's not a bad idea, but just playing music in general seems like a good way to get copyright flags on your account, so not a strong opener. Second on the list, hydrate. Drink water. Chat's just looking out for you. There is literally a fucking bot account called Stay Hydrated Bot that goes around into people's channels and says, hey, username, you've been streaming for 3 hours and 14 minutes. You should have drank blah, 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 blah liters of water to stay optimally hydrated. There's a bot that just comes around and reminds you to do that. So I don't think we need a channel point for me to be like, okay, guys, take a sip of cola. Oh my god, whoa. Good thing I'm staying hydrated, drinking all that high fructose corn syrup. Third suggestion is to pet your pet's name, in parentheses. Win, win, win. Enough said. I don't have a pet. I know you guys are saying, Draco, there's a fucking alligator sitting next to you on the bed. This is very demeaning, okay? You're doing that to your significant other. That's not... We don't do pet play, okay? So that not applicable to this channel. This next one, okay. This one is not a bad recommendation. And I could see people who do RPGs and MMOs and stuff, this one makes sense. Hero request, where the chat can pick the next character you use, your next loadout, whatever it is. Okay. You got me. That's a good one. Broken clock, whatever. Next one is do push-ups. You might want to put you might want to put a limit on this one. Do push-ups. With this camera, okay, first of all, I'm not going to do it, but with this camera setup, where am I going to fucking do? On the couch? I'm going to do push-ups on the couch? Like, am I just going to lay down and do some push-ups real quick? Number 6 is probably the worst one that we will never put as an option. Dab. Guys, it's 2020. People don't dab anymore, okay? That's literally like fucking like half a decade ago or something by now. Nobody dabs, alright? Number 7 is to turn the chat into emote-only mode for a minute, which is stupid, because if you're in a channel where the chat doesn't move very quickly, then putting an emote-only mode restricts it basically only to subscribers. And Franker Face's emotes don't work in emote-only mode, so you're basically fucked. That is stifling the activity in the channel. Maybe if you had a huge channel with like hundreds of viewers, maybe that's something, but that's something you have to manually turn on. Like, I have to actually click the thing and open up the moderator settings and then click emoticon only, click save. It's... Also, they don't have to be emotes from the channel, you're right, Sheep. They can be the global emotes, like Kappa, FrankerZ, LOL, all those will work, but it's still not good. Next one, not applicable to this stream, change the light color. Get your RGB gear ready. I don't have a bunch of cheap-ass LED lights behind the thing, behind the couch. I don't have a shitty gaming PC that's crammed full of LED lights that runs at 200 degrees Celsius because of it. Sorry, can't do that one. Next one is to put on a mask. Twitch says, we've seen a pineapple mask and a chicken. That's all they elaborate on, is to put on a mask. Buddy, I put on a mask every time I turn the fucking camera on, okay? Because when that camera's off, I'm depressed as shit. And right now, I'm cracking jokes at y'all's expense and making everybody laugh. But the second that thing turns off, I'm like, well, I want to die. I didn't even make anyone spend any Twitch pennies on that, or cold tabs. I didn't know that's free. That one's gratis on the house. You don't gotta pay for that one. And finally, number 10 is the only other good suggestion, and it's the one that I confused with the hero request. It's to choose a character name. So you play RPGs, name a Pokemon if you're doing that. So these are 10 actual suggestions from Twitch on how to use the channel point system. And again, they are request a song, drink water, pet your dog, pick a hero, okay, do push-ups, dab, fuck up the chat for a minute, change the color of the lights in your crappy gaming PC, put on a mask, and name a character in an RPG. 2 of those are reasonable suggestions, I think. The other ones just seem annoying. I can see streamers unironically doing some of these other ones, like the Hydrate one, and changing the colors in their fucking computer, which usually you have to have a separate application open to do that, if my experience with that is any indication. But it just goes to show you, like, earlier, whenever we got the channel points, objectively, I like the system. It's fun. We get to read really bad jokes, and we got the extra spin for the prizes over there. You know, we, as a community, have thought of some really interesting things. That was an official suggestion from Twitch, was to dab. I know it's supposed to be lighthearted. It's supposed to be, you're supposed to have fun with it, right? I don't think dabbing is fun. I think it's pretty stupid. But it just seems so out of touch, I guess is the way to put it. I don't know. I don't know. But I've seen other rewards on other folks' channels that do, like, hangout streams and stuff like that. Like, for example, to get the VIP badge in our channel, you have to have 100,000 of the Cola Tabs points. So you got to be pretty invested in the community. It's basically like earning the VIP badge normally. You're here, you're watching the stream, you're hanging out with me. I appreciate that, and then me giving you the VIP badge when you redeem it, that's, you've earned it. I've also seen people that do, for that same price, people that do a lot of hangout games, like chill streams, kind of like what we do. They'll let you pick the next game that they do. That's cool. I like that. That's a neat idea. But, yeah, a lot of these official suggestions, I'm glad they're not default settings, because I'd turn all that shit off. But anyways, that's the channel point system on Twitch. And like I said, we've got it here on our channel, and I feel like we've got a pretty decent loadout, but I'm still always looking at ideas. I feel like the next logical thing would just be to make a bunch of meta games with the points, and we would need a chat bot to do that, so